Hey bitches, welcome back to my channel. I'm sitting here once again with the fabulous Teresa Romer.
Hello.
Thank you so much for coming back on my channel.
Yes, love you.
I wanted to sit down with her today because this woman, one, is amazing. They thought that I was kidding when I was like, go subscribe. Oh my god, bitch, you can't fucking talk. They thought I was kidding when I said, go subscribe to her channel because I actually love it. It is like my guilty pleasure. 100%. Rich knows this. I'm always texting him like, I love this bitch's channel. Makes me laugh so much.
Thank you.
But please go subscribe. Her information is down below. I wanted to sit down with you because I know you have owned many businesses. And
yes.
They were all successful.
And still are.
Yes, and still are. And I want to get your opinion about this whole Jaclyn Hill fiasco over this little lipstick right here. First of all, can you hold this and tell me if that feels luxurious?
No.
Does that feel like you were going to spend good money on that lipstick?
No, it does not. Sorry.
She's so good. I didn't say don't come for me in the comments. No. So let me give you a little rundown because Jaclyn Hill, with these lipsticks, they came out, people were finding hairs, particles. Some people found metal. They were just cutting their lips. And instead of her recalling the lipsticks, she told everyone they were perfectly safe.
Right.
So that is a big red flag to me. If I saw customers that were putting money in my pocket getting harmed in any way, I would recall the lipsticks.
Right.
She tried to say it was 0.01% that was messed up. She is now fled the internet.
Right.
She deleted all social media. She's not handling this at all. The only time she gives an update about this little lipstick is on her website that no one goes to, and it's in very small print.
Nice.
So if you came out with a cosmetic line,
yes,
and something like that happened where every single product was coming up defective,
right,
would you recall it, or how would you handle that situation?
Well, and I do remember watching the video where she talked about, oh, it's because of the gloves and all this, you know, that's how the lint's getting in there. So I remember watching that video. I don't normally watch all of that stuff, but because I'm all about positivity. But I remember watching that video, and I thought to myself at that very moment, what the hell is she doing? Like, first of all, don't blame lint from gloves. I'm like, first of all, you just need to come out and go, you know what? Something went wrong. I'm going to own up to it, and we're going to fix it ASAP. Like, boom. That's what you do.
Exactly. They were also finding animal hair. Like, not just like on top of it.
Right.
Like deep inside that.
Right.
So, I don't know. She ran.
Right. Well, because she got caught with something defective. And instead of being a grown-up and handling it in a business way, she handled it, in my opinion, as very childish. Very childish. I mean, like, I don't care. Even back in the day with my gyms and everything else. And I have products myself. I have the Teresa Romer brand and my candles. If somebody told me something was wrong with one of my candles and it caused them to get burned or I don't know what, you know what I'm saying? I would be the first person to be like, oh my God, let me fix this. Like, you know, because I have spent hundreds of thousands of dollars perfecting my candle line. They're all organic, they're natural soy. I mean, like, so I myself, like, whether it was my health clothes, my fitness wear, if somebody said my fitness wear was crappy and it was falling apart, I'd be the first person to try to fix it. I wouldn't tuck my head in and run away. Right.
Speaking of your candles, aren't you coming out with them again? Didn't you do new packaging?
We repackaged, yeah. So we just
check out, wait for that, you guys, because those are going to
be launching soon. So we just did the purchase order, so if they're probably being shipped as we speak. Yes.
And there will probably not be any animal hair or particles or things that are going to harm anyone in any way.
Because I'm also one of those hands-on people, and I have to be 100% involved in everything. So I actually go to the candle factories, I pick out the scents, I pick out all the ingredients. Like, I'm there, and I don't care how many times I have to get on the airplane to be there. I mean, like, I'm just there. I'm very hands-on, and so...
And that's one thing that Jaclyn did not do in this situation. Because I think that Jaclyn is used to, like, a Morphe collaboration, or she had Becca with the Champagne Pop.
Right.
And so that's just putting your name on something. You don't have to go, like, they send you, like, whatever colors they want and say, okay, I like these,
which one do you want your name on?
Yeah. And so...
And I've been approached and asked many times by a ton of companies if they could do that. And I was like, no, because I don't know your product that well. You know, I'm a luxury brand. I'm not going to slap my name on just
anything.
No.
So I don't think that she was equipped in this situation to, one, be a CEO. I think there's people that are made to be a CEO, like yourself. And then there's some people that are just made to get sponsorships and people that get to collaborate with people. And that's fine, and that's great. That's great. Make your coin. But she ran. And I don't think she's ever stepped in a lab, to be completely honest. On her website, she did have a video of her, like, with all, like, the jewels and everything all over, holding up the lipsticks, going... like swatching it. And they say that's the only time she's ever been in the lab. And
photo shoot.
I totally believe it. And it's owned by Morphe too. Did you hear that tea?
No.
So allegedly, let's say that because you know they're gonna try to come for me. It's owned by Morphe. And here's my thing with that. I get that Linda, who owns Morphe, and her are friends. And I think that's a smart decision because Jaclyn Hill does bring in a lot of money from Morphe.
Right.
And I think same thing with James Charles. If he ever comes out with his line, I think that Morphe should invest in that.
Right.
But I don't get why Linda would let so much go wrong.
I don't either.
She does own part of this company.
Right.
Because that's her name at stake too.
Right.
Even though it's Jaclyn Cosmetics, which is more so her fault.
And I have to say, one of the items that I love the most from Jaclyn Hill is her big palette. Oh my god! Like yeah. And I mean, I'm wearing it today.
Did you get the vault?
No. Oh yes, I did. I'm sorry, I did.
Did you return it?
I did. No, I did not.
Oh,
I still have it.
Did you use it?
I really don't use the vault. I always go for that big
one
palette. I went for it today. I did my makeup today for it. I'm like,
it looks really good.
Thank you. But I'm just like, I love that palette, you know. But this, I'm sorry, this doesn't even look like something that Morphe would put out.
You know, they said it looks
the little cheesy.
There's too much on it.
Yeah, there's this little cheesy.
I think that she tried. This is what she wanted. This on top, because if you look at that, it has like grains in it. It's not. The diamond, I think it should have been the diamond or the JH on the front.
Right.
And people are saying the metals that are being found in it is actually the H popping off of this in production. And if you look, this does not close all the way. So people found mold and all that kind of stuff. So Jaclyn Hill is going to make a comeback. She's going to make a comeback.
She will. But we don't know right now how hurt she is right now. Like how hurt the brand is.
I think we know. I mean, I think we know.
And I'm not laughing because of it. I mean, like, I feel bad. No, I mean, like...
No, she does. I feel bad for her, too.
Yeah.
People get on to me all the time, like, oh, you're being so shady with Jaclyn, James, and all this. At the end of the day, I know they're human beings. I know that the internet can affect them. And I know some things that I say can affect them. But this is a show.
But how old is Jaclyn Hill?
She's, I want to say 28.
Okay. So, sometimes people in their 20s have someone that looks after them a little bit in their... So, I can't believe there was not someone... older.
That's the problem with these influencers. Yes, people.
Yeah.
And this is a situation like James Charles. She has the mother. She has the sister.
Yeah.
She has, I guess, the father. And she has the new boyfriend who probably doesn't want to piss her off because, money bags.
Yeah.
So I feel like she doesn't have the right team around her.
Right.
And I kind of feel like, why doesn't she have a good attorney? Because people are getting harmed by this and you're going about this all wrong. I don't own a business like that.
Yeah.
Like YouTube is my business, but I don't own an actual business where I'm like, sending a product out. I feel like if I ever sent a product out, I would be so hands-on.
Oh yeah.
They would probably hate me in the lab because I would be there.
Oh no, that's how they're just like, really? Can you be any pickier? And I'm like,
yes, the fuck I can.
It's got my name on it.
Exactly, and I'm not getting a lawsuit today.
Right.
That is for damn sure.
You know, there's one thing in my life that I feel like I do have 100% control over, and that's my reputation.
Yes.
And then when somebody goes to hurt my reputation, the claws come out. You know, but I also own up to my mistakes when I make them too.
And that's what Jaclyn should have done.
Yeah.
I feel like if Jaclyn would have came forward immediately, because she originally, some girl was posting swatches, she loved the lipsticks.
Right.
And then it turned into, I found these bumps in it, she tweeted out again, and Jaclyn popped off at her first without like researching it. This is before all the tea started to break of everyone finding it. And she told the girl basically, you're lying, you loved these the other day, you're just trying to get clout. It always comes back to, you want clout.
Yeah.
I said, no, I want a product because I spent fucking money on it. And you probably just went and bought a Birkin with some of the money. Like, come on. You know, I heard she carries fakes.
Ooh.
You know, after the scandal.
Ooh.
So I think if Jaclyn would have come forward and she would have said, you know what? Oh, before I get into that, she did this in a month.
Right.
So she formulated it in a month, allegedly, and put them into this ugly packaging.
And I'm sorry, I don't know how you can formulate anything in a month. I'm sorry. Like, when I first rolled out my candle line in the very beginning, it took me a few months to even go in there almost on a daily basis and try to put the recipes together for each and every candle. And so, and then you've got to pick out the right ingredients, and I wanted to make sure it was all 100% natural, soy and organic and all cotton wicks, and I'm like, to do it in a month? I don't know.
She didn't do it in a month. She's a liar.
Yeah.
She's a liar. But if she would have came forward and just said, this is not the best that I could have come out with. Sorry, this potentially was a money grab.
Right.
I'm fucked up. I'm going to reformulate, and I'm going to come back stronger than ever.
Yes.
She's still going to try to come out with more products.
Yeah.
I don't think that's going to work. But I don't know.
Nick?
I don't know. I don't think that's going to work out for her. Yeah. But there's one more thing I want to talk about, and this is breaking tea.
Ooh.
Do you know who Ray Diaz is?
No.
Okay, so Ray Diaz, he's an actor, Instagram model, very good looking.
Oh, yes, I do. Yes, I do.
Okay,
Yes,
well, he's in jail. And he's in jail because it broke. He has been charged with sexual assault. And there's like voice memos and videos going around where underage girls.
Oh.
He was screaming like, why am I the one that's always getting hurt and all this? He's like, why? He like starts shaking the girl allegedly. And then you hear upside her head. And she starts screaming, crying. He's still screaming at her. Question. If that was your daughter, what would you do?
Mama bear, come out.
She would run your ass over in a Rolls Royce, bitch. She would go boop, boop in that Rolls Royce.
Yes, I would, yeah. And I've always said, once your children get to be a certain age, they can take care of themselves. But when it comes to violence like that, I don't care if I'm 100 years old. I will go after whoever that is that hurts my daughter. Yeah.
And that's good.
Yeah.
That's good.
I myself have survived domestic violence in my very first marriage, and it's not fun. It's not fun, guys. And people are always like, "Oh, well, you could have gotten out of that relationship anytime you want." No, you can't. It's almost like a brainwashing. And
scary.
every time I would think about leaving, he'd be telling me like, "You'll be dead before you get to the front door," and stuff like that. So and then he'd be like, "Well, but it was really your fault. If you wouldn't have egged me on so much, I wouldn't have done that to you." Then you start to believe it. You're like, "Oh, maybe I did push his buttons. I guess maybe I don't know."
Exactly. I was in a relationship like that, and he would take. He was really big into knives. So we lived in a 2-story place, and he would take the knife and just chuck it out the wall, so there were holes all in it. And then he would take me in the room, and he would go, "Next time, that's going to be your face." So I eventually got out. I put the motherfucker in jail.
I had plenty of bruises from my like.
Oh, I showed his ass downstairs with him.
First time I got hit was on my honeymoon.
Oh
yeah. So, anyways, domestic violence is not anything to play with.
It's nothing to play with.
So, whoever's little girl this says that he did that too,
they need to handle it.
Parents went after him.
And there's a lot of people that are coming forward. He's getting a lot of charges. I said I live in Florida, so therefore it's a stand your ground state, and I would stand my ground real good. So, guys, I hope that you did enjoy this video. And Teresa, once again, I'm going to put all of her information down below. Next time I come to Texas, we definitely have to get together again, and we are going to do more content for you guys. So, everything's down below. I love you guys, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.